Hello and welcome to my David Bowie vinyl collection. I got the poster. I'm a real fan. I'm going to be going in chronological order. One of my favorite artists. Out of my collection, I have the most David Bowie records. Like, as one artist, I have the most of his records compared to the rest. I think The Cure is second. I don't know who third or fourth are. But David Bowie collection. Let's get into it. These are all reissues. I don't have one original Bowie album. Just letting you know that. We have the Space Oddity, his first album. Well, he had an album before this, but I'm not a fan of it. But here's Space Oddity, what I consider to be his first album, his first good album at least. I love Space Oddity. It's a great album. It's when did this come out? 69 or 70? One of those two. It's got a really weird back cover. I don't know this little alien guy's up to, but he looks like a cheeky fella. It's got a gatefold so you can open it up. All the lyrics, see right there. And then it has, I need to show you the record. It's just a plain black record. There's nothing too crazy going on with it. Up next was The Man Who Sold the World, which came out in 70, I'd like to say 70, 69, whatever. Same thing to me. The Man Who Sold the World, David Bowie. He's got a dress on. Controversial cover this was. Very controversial back in the day. The back, still in his dress. And we have the track listing. The Width of a Circle, All the Mad Men, Black Country Rock, After All, Running Gun Blues. Very disturbing song. Savior Machine, She Shook Me Cold, very hard rock song compared to most of his other work. The Man Who Sold the World, famously covered by Nirvana, and The Superman. I'm so sorry, I forgot to read the track listing from Space Oddity. It is Space Oddity, Unwashed and Somewhat Slightly Dazed, Letter to Hermione, The Signet Committee, Janine, An Occasional Dream, Wild Eyed Boy from Free Cloud, God Knows I'm Good, and Memory of a Free Festival. Sorry about that one. Next up is Ziggy Stardust. I don't have Hunky Dory. I'll get it at some point. I know. But Ziggy Stardust, this is commonly referred to as one of the best albums of all time. I have to agree. It's a great album. Great cover. Says Kanye West on it. Just a theory, just a theory. The back, pretty good as well, in the telephone booth. The track listing for this one is 5 Years, Soul Love, Moon Age Daydream, Starman, It Ain't Easy, Lady Stardust, Hang On To Yourself, Ziggy Stardust, one of my favorite songs, Suffragette City, and Rock and Roll Suicide. The inside has a little insert with the band on it, the lyrics on it, and the vinyl is just black. Plain black vinyl. Nothing too crazy. Nothing you're dying to see. Aladdin Sane, next album. One of my favorite Bowie albums. I love Aladdin Sane. I love the cover. Great cover. Iconic cover. The track listing is on the back. Watch That Man, Aladdin Sane, Drive-In Saturday, Panic in Detroit, Cracked Actor, Time, The Prettiest Star, Let's Spend the Night Together, The Genie, and Lady Grinning Soul. Lyrics within. Let's take a look at those. After we take a look at this gatefold, where's this close at? I don't know. The lyrics are in fact inside. Right here. It's got the signature lightning bolt design, and this also came with a little thing. I'm still not sure what this is. It's like a old David Bowie fan club thing. It says I love you, David. I don't know. It's quite odd. Yeah, this is a great album. This is a real great album. If I can get this sleeve in, I'm not gonna cut this out. It's part of the experience. All right. Next up, ooh, love this one. I'll put it after the video. I don't want to waste your guys' time. Next one is Station to Station. Another great album. I don't know. He's having consistently great albums. Station to Station. Love this cover. I believe it's from the movie The Man Who Fell to Earth. I think that's what it's called. Don't quote me on that. I may be wrong. The track listing is Station to Station, which is like a 10-minute song. It's great. Golden Years, Word on a Wing, TVC15, Stay, and Wild as the Wind. Not one bad track on this album. There's nothing too crazy inside, just writing credits and the plain black vinyl, of course. Next up, we have Low. Great album. Once I keep saying that, they're all great. David Bowie, Low. I love this cover. I believe this is from the same movie. This is from a movie he was in. I don't know if it's the same one as the Station to Station cover, but it's from one of them. And inside of here, we have... That's just a track list. There's nothing crazy inside of here. It's just the black record. There's a little sleeve slip that tells you the track listing and who wrote it, but it's nothing crazy. The back has actually a sticker to show off the track listing, which is interesting. Speed of Life, Breaking Glass, What in the World, Sound and Vision, one of my favorite songs. Always Crashing in the Same Car, Be My Wife, A New Career in a New Town. That's side A. Now side B is all instrumentals, kind of some ambiance kind of going on. And that is Warzawa, Art Decade, Weeping Wall, and Subterraneans. Great album. Next up is possibly my favorite Bowie album, personally. Scary Monsters and Super Creeps. I love this album. This album's great. Everything about this album is fantastic. I love the cover. I love the back cover, how it has a Lodger, Low, and Heroes all on the back cover. And the track listing for this is It's No Game #1, which has like is it Japanese? It's some language, there's some other language talking. It's really cool. Up the Hill Backwards, Scary Monsters and Super Creeps, Ashes to Ashes, Fashion, Teenage Wildlife, Scream Like a Baby, Kingdom Come, Because You're Young, and It's No Game #2. Great record. This one actually has, interestingly, I believe it opens up, has all the lyrics on it. So that's pretty cool. Got some pictures down there if you can see those. Once again, plain black vinyl. I don't want to waste any time showing that. But then again, one of my favorite records of all time. Great. Next up, the 80s, the wonderful 80s. Who doesn't love the 80s? Let's Dance. Now, a lot of people dislike this album. A lot of people say, oh, it's not. He went commercial, which he did. He went very commercial with this album. He made a lot of money off of it. But I don't think that should hinder the enjoyment of the album. I really like this album, actually. And the track listing is on the back. I really like this guy. Modern Love, China Girl. My ringtone is China Girl. I love China Girl. Let's Dance, Without You, Ricochet, Criminal World, Cat People, Putting Out the Fire, and Shake It. This is a great album. I don't believe... never mind. It does have a cool thing on the inside. Opens up once again. It's got the lyrics all jumbled up. It's got some other outtakes of the photo shoot from the cover. That's pretty cool. Black vinyl, nothing too crazy. Let's get that in there. Next up, we have what is commonly referred to as his worst album. Do I agree with this moniker? No, I don't think so. But it is Never Let Me Down. Interesting cover. Everything about this album is very interesting. Very interesting choices were made on this album. The track list is as follows. Day In, Day Out, which is pretty good. Time Will Crawl, not bad. Beat Your Drum, fine. Never Let Me Down, pretty good. Zeros. Glass Spider, pretty good. Shining Star, New York's in Love, A7 and Cry Bang Bang. This is a mixed bag of an album, really. And it takes a smart man to enjoy this album. But here's the record sleeve. It's more interesting than the other one, so that's why I'm showing it. It's got these like black cutouts. This side it has like chutes and ladders. I don't know. Thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, this album isn't looked at in the greatest light. but I still do enjoy it quite a bit. And the final piece of my collection, as of now, I will be making an update video like next year, is Reality. Reality is from 2003, I almost said 2003, pretty solid album. It's not his greatest work, it's not his worst. It's got a pretty long track list. And let me just tell you, this album cover's weird. This looks like some kind of vegetarian meal. I don't even know. It's like ketchup and mustard. It's a weird cover. But the back has a track listing, and it is New Killer Star, which is one of my favorite songs on the album. Pablo Picasso, Never Get Old, The Loneliest Guy, Looking for Water, She'll Drive the Big Car, Days, Fall Dog Bombs the Moon, Try Some, Buy Some, Reality, and Bring Me the Disco King. Fall Dog Bombs the Moon, best track on this album, in my opinion. I love that track. This one actually comes with a pretty decently sized booklet inside with what I can only believe is the normal version of the album cover. Why didn't they use this one? This would be so much better than whatever. That's fine. It has the lyrics on it. If you open it up. Whoa, what? It has the lyrics for Never Get Old. These lyrics are like weird format. It has lyrics for She'll Drive the Big Car and New Killer Star. On the side, it's a very confusing album. We have the Fall Dog Bombs the Moon lyrics right here. And if you flip it over, it is The Loneliest Guy lyrics. I'm trying to show you this the best I can. It's very hard. What lyrics are these ones? Try Some, Buy Some. George Harrison originally made that. We have Looking for Water lyrics. Looking for Water. So over here, Pablo Picasso. I think that's it. The song has a bad word in it. He got pretty edgy on this album. And then this one has Days. And then over here we have Bring Me the Disco King. Rounding off the album, on the back it just says, produced by Tony Visconti. What's new? What's new? But yeah, that is my David Bowie vinyl collection. I'll go through and show you the collection one more time. One of my favorite artists, one of, in my opinion, the greatest artists of all time. I don't think he released one horrible album over his whole, 40-year career. There were some that weren't as good as others, but there are none that were just horrid. Can't listen to it, as some artists have. Station. Trying to put this card in last. There you go. Aladdin Sane. See, what's going on here? Ziggy Stardust. Man Who Sold the World. Space Oddity. Well, that's a big pile. Well, that was my David Bowie vinyl collection. Hope you enjoyed. I'm looking to expand it. I'll tell you that much. And I'll see you in the next one.
If you're not riding the bus home with the students, where are you at?